Hey everyone, welcome to 99.6 The Howl for the uninitiated. This is an unedited YouTube vlog discussing everything. Arizona Coyotes still shaking. I'm stunned. That was such a tough game to endure right from the start. I mean, my adrenaline's high. That was a crazy game. One of the craziest games I've seen, this year for sure, but so reminiscent of last year during February and March. Remember when the Coyotes would win those shootout games? I believe one of them was against the Panthers and Edmonton one game last year. We're back in those types of games where this is a playoff game, desperation, and I can't believe they were down 2-0 with 2 minutes into the game. It was just embarrassing. It was just looking at the team, they looked so defeated. And then they just slowly and surely just climbed their way out of it, just started playing hard hockey, just playing back to that Coyote style of hard work and paying attention to the details, clean breakout passes, hard on the puck in the O-zone. And they managed to claw their way back, made it 2-2, and then a power play goal. Finally, they score a power play goal. This game was so frustrating. So many power plays, so many opportunities for the Coyotes to blow this game open, and they kept getting shut down by Price and the Canadiens. And their penalty killing was amazing. I mean, they shut out the Canadiens on their power plays as well. They even killed off a 5-on-3 for over 2 minutes. It was such a crazy game, and this has to be a wake-up call. They're out of the playoffs entering this game. Unbelievable that they managed to kick themselves out of the playoffs. Yeah, they kicked themselves out. No one took it away from them. They kicked themselves out, losing 10 games in the past 12 games. 10 out of 12 they lost. And they managed to get 2 points here. You know, it's a little taste. They got to keep it going. They got a huge game tomorrow as well against Toronto. They got to keep this rolling. Players need to come up huge. This team needs to just galvanize together. They need to start getting it going. I mean, this cannot happen. They cannot lose a playoff spot after being first in the division for so long. Being in a playoff spot since November 11th. Playoff spot since Thanksgiving. Playoff spot since the All-Star game. You have like an 85% chance of making the playoffs when you're in the playoffs during those specific times of the year. I hope they learned. I mean, the way they played against Edmonton last week, exactly what they have to do. The way they played against Montreal for 58 minutes, exactly what you need to do. But, I mean, this past week has been embarrassing, hard to watch. That Carolina and Boston game, those second periods, you can't allow 3 goals in the second period and one after another. Like, that's October hockey you're talking about right there. You cannot let your foot off the gas during the second period and let the other team just roll over you and score 3 goals back to back to back. Cannot happen. They had to tighten it up. Thankfully they did against Montreal, but they need to do it consistently. I mean, this game could have gone so wrong. I mean, the look on the Coyotes' faces when they went down 2-0, the look on Hjalmarsson's face and Ranta's face, I mean, I'm so surprised they just gathered themselves and won this game. Ranta was huge in that third period. My goodness, what a performance by Ranta. He can't get injured anymore, and I'm not even talking about today's antics, even before the game. Kemper saying he's ready, and then getting injured before warm-ups without even touching the ice. He got injured. I mean, it's so frustrating. And Ranta was injured against Boston. I mean, these goalies need to be healthy. They need to put this team on their back. Kemper needs to be ready by the end of this trip. I hope he starts tomorrow against Toronto. I doubt it because he had a setback. But you never know. Ranta was day-to-day against Boston, and he's playing against Montreal. So there's a chance Kemper plays against Toronto. Kemper needs to come back and start that game against Washington. You need Kemper, or at least you need Ranta to be healthy and play exactly like he did against Montreal, because if this team has to rely on Hill, it's going to get ugly. And they need points. These games are huge. You need a goalie who's been there before. Ranta and Kemper were there last year, mainly Kemper, but man, just an unbelievable game. Just so much adrenaline. That was such a hard game to watch as a fan, and that's why I love this sport. You never know what's going to happen. You got to stick with the team. The fans have to be there. I know it was a hard game to watch against Boston, and even the Carolina game was hard to finish, but you had to stick with them in this Montreal game, and look what happened. You got rewarded. The team got rewarded. They got to get it rolling here. One big game against Toronto, maybe an easier game against Ottawa Thursday, but then right back into the frying pan Saturday against Washington. This is it. Just big boy hockey from here on out. Everyone needs to start clicking. That Keller line needs to get it going. For God's sake, that Keller line makes me so nervous. They just got to shoot the puck. They got to get something going. Every line's got some positives. That Keller line needs to get it going. Hinestroza is good. Keller and Schmaltz need to wake up. That's it for me. That's all I got to say. We just have to watch more games, and hopefully they got to string together some wins. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support.